X107.5, Linkin Park, Faint, also Depeche Mode in there as well. My name is Ross Mahoney, hanging out in the studio and being joined by the band Fitness here in studio. Guys, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us.
We got Kenny and Max. Let me make sure that that mic is on. Go ahead, Max.
Checking.
Listen to that voice.
It's hot, right?
Solid.
It's cute.
So, where we would know you guys from, because people may not know Fitness, this is kind of like your coming out party here in Las Vegas in some ways.
Yeah.
Max,
in many ways.
What's it been? How many years were you, or are you in Eve 6 now?
Well, yeah, a lot. Like I started, Eve 6 started, when we were still in high school, and we still do shows here and there, but it's not a super active thing. And but yeah, a long time. I guess our first record came out, first Eve 6 record came out in '98.
Okay. So coming up on 20 years,
Almost
man.
20, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a long time.
That's crazy. You're lucky that happened when you were so young, so that you're not that old now.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, most of our peers, we like to say.
Right, absolutely.
And they're like middle 60s. Like, I mean, think about bands that came out at that time. Like, they don't want to tell you how old they are.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
And Kenny, you spent, 8 years in AWOL Nation?
8 years, yes, sir. Touring everywhere. Doing 270 shows a year for 8 years, man.
And we were just talking a little bit off the air. I've seen you in practically every state and continent and
that's
country
true.
in this world.
We go back a long way, man. I love it. We've always been buddies, and you always helped us out, man. It's been great.
It's been my pleasure. But you've also done a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, not only with AWOL Nation, but you've also produced a lot of other bands and bands that we play on this radio station, too.
Oh, that's good. Well, that's helpful for me.
Night Riots?
Night Riots, yeah, that's right, yeah.
And have you worked with New Politics?
I did. I wrote a few songs with New Politics. I actually just stayed at Soren's house, who now lives in Nashville, for a week as I was writing with this band Sleeping with Sirens like 2 weeks ago. So I'm with New Politics all the time. I just did more songs with Night Riots recently and did a couple songs with Bare Hands and all around, everyone.
So you just, you like being behind the scenes and turning the knobs?
Yeah, it's nice. It's like when you're on tour, you have the tour brain. And when I get off tour, I just jump into the studio and it's time to be creative. And, touring so much for so long, I've made really good friends with a lot of these bands that you play.
Right.
So like when they come to LA, hey, Kenny, are you around? And getting to write, because I write with a lot of people you've never met before, as a songwriter, but getting to write with all of our friends' bands who you're friends with as well, it's like, it's easy. It's great. It's the best thing in the world. So yeah.
And I follow you on social media, so I see that you're building out a studio.
Yeah. I kind of moved up north from Los Angeles, about 40 miles to Thousand Oaks, which is a long drive to Santa Monica. So I've been building a new studio in Thousand Oaks while keeping the one in Santa Monica. I'm all over the place. You know what I mean? Got to get it done.
In the studio with Fitness, they are the band that's performing tonight with Battle Tapes. This is a Battle Tapes headlining show at Brooklyn Bowl.
Yes.
And then you guys are on this as support. Tell me a little bit about how you and Max got together and then this project kind of came to fruition.
Yeah. Well, we met, we played a festival together in like Syracuse or somewhere in upstate New York. And Kenny was wearing an Old Dirty Bastard shirt that I happened to have. This was before he played, and I was like, I have that shirt. And he was like, oh, cool.
Whatever, dude.
And then they played. He was like, I don't care. And then then they played, and I was like, I was honestly blown away by the live show. I'd heard the song,
Of course.
Thought it was cool. But so after that, we we just kind of hung out, and Public Enemy was playing. We had this kind of surreal experience watching Public Enemy. It was like a potent sort of, way to meet like a new homie.
Yeah.
And we stayed in touch, and we both kind of do songwriter for hire production thing, the myriad things you kind of have to do to make a living in the music, doing music now. And those are kind of the circumstances we started to work together under. And, at some point, God, what was it, like a year ago or so? Maybe 2 years ago.
A while ago.
Kenny started sending me, these tracks that he did. Actually, the first one that he ever played me was in the studio, which turned into Get Dead, the first song that we put up. And I was just like, I was, blown away by it. And it was because it was like just so inspired and not constrained by any of the I keep wanting to cuss.
It's hard.
We have a language, a fitness language called OB. So when I want to, it's just like, yeah, like there are a lot of constraints sometimes on when you're working on someone else's project or
that
writing.
Was the hardest part.
Someone else's song.
You know, writing songs with other people so much. It's got to be this way, and it's got to be that way. It's got to be this tempo. We need this song, and eventually it was just I need to make something unconstrained by myself. Just see what happens. And
like aggressively unconstrained.
And then Maxie came in and it was like, let me sing on this. We're like, okay, fine. He sang on it. And turns out 2 years later, that's our first single. And we just kept building it. People kept liking it. And now we've got management and publicists and investors and mini tours. We're going to New York for a week and doing like Spotify interviews and a couple other things. And so we're just trying to kind of keep up with it. But it's been fun.
It really started out as and still is like a passion thing and a way for us to just exercise our weirdness. And when the idea first came up, it was like, oh, maybe we'll put songs up on SoundCloud and that'll be it. It's just, it
was for us. It was a therapeutic experiment that turned into this tangible.
A lot of times, like when there are these massive bands that come out and somebody from the band wants to go do their own thing, like people know about Jason Newsted breaking off from Metallica because he wanted to do Echo Brand and everything like that. The thing is, people don't understand what it is. Sometimes these bands, they snowball and they have this, they are able to reach a level of success. Yeah. And what happens is they have this formula of the way things are done.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to stick to the formula. So you kind of get bored doing the formula.
No, that's exactly it. Is that I get a lot of bands that come in and say, oh, well, we normally do this. And it's like, well, what does that mean?
Right.
What does that mean? Let's do something different. I think I actually read a quote today that was by the guy who produced a lot of David Bowie stuff, who was saying, like, if you try to make yesterday's hit, you'll fail.
Yeah.
And so
and that's like something else. Like, that's not creative.
Right.
That's like being a craftsperson, and that's fine too for that. But if you're kind of doing this thing and you happen to kind of be an artist and like sort of feel like you have stuff to say, that can be also frustrating. So it's like, I think we channel all of that into fitness, and it sort of started to take shape and it started out as sort of just like a brazenly audacious kind of thing for us to say kind of crazy things but we started to kind of songwrite, but at the same time have weird arrangements and just kind of follow our whimsy.
Every time we would say, can we do that? We would say, why not?
Yeah, if we're asking the question.
Who's going to tell me that I can't do that?
Right.
And so we've just been doing weird stuff. And that's actually the same thing with the whole fitness community, because we have like friends who do our artwork and friends who do our videos, and they all feel the same way where, like our director, he's like, if one more producer tells me my video has to be this way and this color with this thing, he can't take it. So he's like, I want to make something cool. Let me use you guys. And we're like, okay, fine. So it's kind of a creative.
It's become a collective.
Yeah,
it really has. Like we have artists on board. We have this incredible video director, John Paul.
Website designers.
Everybody
who just wants to make what they think is cool. And people keep asking us, what do you want? I said, whatever you think is cool. I want what's coming out of your brain, We
got Kenny and Max hanging out. Like we've kind of addressed this. Kenny spent 8 years in AWOL Nation, and Max is the lead singer of Eve 6, and he's expressing himself creatively with this project called Fitness. Now, the social media is for anybody that wants to follow you guys. It's Fitness Was Taken. Is that because Fitness was taken?
Our publicist, the first thing when we hired her, is like, I can't believe you want me to brand the word fitness. There's no way.
The most ungoogleable band.
Well, there's fitness bands that you wear around your wrist, and fitness music for playlists, and fitness everything. So Fitness Was Taken somehow was available across the board. Our website is fitnesswastaken.com. Right. Instagram's at Fitness Was Taken, and it's kind of become, you're like, I really like that name, or they think our band name is Fitness Was Taken, but that's cool. It works.
Yeah.
I had a friend in Florida, and he had a band called Gimp, and he got a letter from a band in the UK that was called Gimp. They were told, we're going to take legal action if you don't change your name. So they changed their name to The Better Gimp. I think they did it as like a one-time thing, but it stuck.
That's fitness.
That's very fitness. Very fitness.
So you guys are playing tonight with Battle Tapes, and this will be your third show together as Fitness. You toured for many years in your other projects, respectively. But so this is the third time.
Yeah, we both have been playing, collectively touring for 30 years, and we've built a lot of live shows. And so, with Fitness, we're very proud to present basically all the experience and knowledge we've gained over the last couple decades into this new thing that we love so much. So we're very happy with how the show's turned out.
How does this translate on stage? Because Kenny, I know with well, you did a lot of keys and guitars. Are you doing the same thing?
About
with
the
Fitness?
same, yeah. There's
Kenny plays, it's like he plays about 9 different instruments at any.
You
Right,
know,
yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
You see me, man. I'm always bouncing
Yeah.
around and doing weird stuff and mashing buttons and playing a lot of guitar now, which is really fun. A lot of the stuff is like just weird guitar tones and
Right.
weird dance moves, you know.
And you guys have a live drummer? Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So we use a live drummer. Actually, our drummer, Troy Wageman from Varsity Week, who's on Sony, he stepped in and played last night's show with us, and he's playing tonight's show, and he rips so hard that we're going to bring him to New York with us, and it's so awesome. So, yeah, it's a great live element. You know?
Okay. And for the future of this project, you said you're going to put out an EP possibly in June. Is that what it is?
Yeah, so, like I was saying before, we're just trying to keep up with what the expectations have become, and so I think we're going to put out an EP sometime around June. Put out another. Our Feel the Weight officially gets released on April 14th, with the video on April 15th. I think we'll do one more single in May, and then a full EP in June, and then we'll tour that EP.
Very cool.
That's the tentative plan. at
Yeah,
least.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
how it goes, you know?
Yeah, and Max, you're juggling time with Eve 6. Are you going to be spending time like going back and forth?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, Eve 6 will do like a show every month or two, so it's not too involved at
Actually
this
sang
stage.
at an Eve 6 show not too long ago.
It's true.
AWOL played Camden, New Jersey, and he was in Philly, which is basically the same city.
Right.
And so I got off stage, took an Uber over to where he was playing in Philly, and came up and sang Inside Out with them, which was
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just
Huge
remember
deal.
I had like the worst flu, and I remember
you were so
seeing
sick.
seeing my smiling Kenny at the side of the stage. It was like I was in this happy, fevered dream all of a sudden. I was
Right.
like, "Oh, my buddy's here."
These moments,
Yeah.
man.
For anybody that's coming out to the show tonight, Max will not be doing Inside Out tonight.
That's
He's
right.
I
taking
tried
a
to
break
convince
from
him
it.
to, but the other
Yeah.
day we were talking about having to do a cover. I suggested Here's to the Night, but he won't do it. So.
Like a really heavy version of Here's to the Night.
I'll tell you, I'll be honest, my favorite Eve 6 song of all time, Think Twice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was my jam. So
That's cool, man. I actually remember you guys played that a lot because I remember that song
In Florida,
was sort
yeah.
of polarizing. Yeah,
and here in Vegas too, it was and I just remember like I was going through a breakup at the time.
yeah.
So I'm like, Think
Yeah,
Twice.
Yeah,
it's a good,
my girl.
it's a good,
Thanks, Max.
it's a good breakup. It's a good male breakup song.
Yeah. So I understand you'll probably be coming back at some point with Eve 6, but we got to get you guys back on a proper tour and
Hell yeah.
do your own show. I mean, this will be great tonight. It'll be a great, introduction to fitness here in
Yeah.
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is where our efforts are going.
Putting in the time, doing different cities, talking to beautiful people like yourself, and just getting the word out there
Thank
before
you.
we start to smash like a real good tour and just
Yeah.
do what we do best. The only thing we know how to do is play music, you know?
Truth.
And you can express yourself.
Church.
Yeah, church. Express yourself creatively and do this thing. So, guys, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having
Thank
us,
you.
man. I really appreciate it.
I feel bad that I didn't invite Battle Tapes in here, but
Well, and I have
we'll
to go on the record
survive.
and say that they're one of my favorite new bands. They're not new, but to me, they're one of my new
Right.
favorite bands. They rip so hard.
They're
Josh
really
is an
good.
absolute genius, and people should stick around and watch them for sure.
Cool.
Beginners are great too.
yeah.
yeah.
So what's the order? Is it beginners, you?
Beginners, us, and then Battle Tapes. Yeah.
Excellent. Not bad for $10.
No, we're not
And
bad
beginners
at all.
are really pretty.
Yeah,
They are.
Yeah,
And-
Is it sexist to say that?
Why would it be sexist? I thought it was a compliment. You
Yeah,
don't
it
know
is.
these days anymore, though.
Yeah, it's hard to
You know,
tell these
yeah, you
days.
tell a girl she's pretty, she tells you to shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
All the way. Oh, by the way, Brooklyn Bowl,
Yeah.
awesome fried chicken.
Oh, good to know because we're starving.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Are we gonna go eat there now?
They have blue
Maybe.
ribbon fried chicken in there. It's amazing.
Oh,
You
damn.
gotta-
dinner.
you
That's
All
gotta
right,
do
that's
that.
what we're doing.
You got to do
we're
it.
gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
So once again, so everybody can find you. Fitness was taken on all the socials.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Fitnesswastaken.com.
Yeah.
All around.
and that's because fitness
It was taken all around, man. It's so hard. Our publicist is still giving us hell about it.
All right. Well, Brooklyn Bowl is tonight. The show is tonight. Battle Tapes, Fitness and Beginners. Guys, thank you so much for stopping
Thank you for
by.
having
you,
us.
Ross.
Thank you, guys.